Hello everyone and welcome into today's video where we are checking out Fantom because it has been going crazy lately. We will get into the price charts in a moment, but just before that we will check out some, in my opinion, important fundamental news which also could be behind those price moves. And one more thing just before we start, I would really appreciate if you smash the like button to help the channel out in the YouTube algorithm, and let's get into the video. So here today we have about a week old article about the general update for Fantom, and this article contains the most important updates from the ecosystem and some highlights from the past couple of weeks. And starting things off, here is the Chainlink price feeds integration on Fantom, which I've actually covered previously in this video in the top right hand corner, so you can check it out in more detail if you want and you haven't already. But just in short, Chainlink is a very major player in the Oracle networks, which is considered one of the highest quality ones out there. And now basically Fantom smart contracts can now utilize these Chainlink's oracles. Going straight to the next one, we have introduction to Fantom CBDC. CBDC stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. I've covered this term a bit more in detail in one of my Algorand videos, so they are working on CBDC as well, but I haven't done a specific video about this CBDC Fantom introduction. So let's take just a quick look at this one. And they are saying that the interest in CBDC has skyrocketed over the past years. And there was this survey of 65 different central banks, which represent 91% of global economic output, and actually 56 of them, so like 85% of them, indicated that they were either researching or moving towards practical development and testing of CBDCs. So it is a very interesting area for Fantom to look into. And the great thing is that because CBDC needs to be extremely fast, also capable of high transaction volume, cheap, and also bank level secure. All these things are already implemented in Fantom, so it is much easier for Fantom to develop some kind of a CBDC model. This article also goes much more into detail what exactly is Fantom doing, but it's pretty technical, so we will just look here towards the end what is next for this CBDC on Fantom. And at the moment they have finalized an implementation strategy which is now being brought to central banks globally. So now they have a working model, as I can understand from this, and they are presenting this to all banks globally, trying to get someone on board. And they encourage us to keep up with some latest news on Twitter and Fantom blog about this CBDC. So if there is any news about this, I will most likely cover it on this channel, so you can subscribe so you don't miss that out. Also, we have the Fantom and Graviton Partnership, which enables a seamless cross-chain transfers of wrapped assets. So for example, if you know Binance Chain, which is a kind of blockchain, it uses wrapped assets for transaction. If you want to use, for example, Ethereum based tokens on Binance Chain, they are wrapped. And here you also have an official definition by the Binance Academy. So wrapped tokens, basically the value of the cryptocurrency is paid to another crypto, and this kind of a wrap allows the original version to be created on another blockchain. So it's a very cool feature for interoperability. And what does this mean for Fantom then? Well, there is going to be an inflow of new assets to Fantom, but also a better liquidity through incentives, and this feature should be launched within the next weeks. And also great news, because you will be able to earn rewards for providing liquidity to pools containing those wrapped versions of Fantom native tokens. So if you are into providing liquidity and claiming rewards for that, this one may be for you. Also, here is the recap from some Ask Me Anything with Fantom and Orion, if you want to check that out. And also great news for those who voted for the Fantom FATS pool on Curve. They are rewarding those individuals with $100,000 US. So you can can claim this on this link over here. And more news for security, we have decentralized two-factor authentication coming to Fantom. And at the time of making this video, the Fantom wallet is already integrated into the Shield protocol, which provides the first two-factor authentication on the blockchain with no data collection or centralized storage. So this is another move into the right direction for the decentralized space, porting these great features from centralized networks like two-factor authentication, now working on the decentralized blockchain. Very exciting for Fantom. And something from the stats, Fantom reached almost $500 million in total value locked, so that was a all new time high. This basically means how much money is stored, or let's say locked onto the platform, which we can say basically represents the undisputable value of the project. There are other aspects, of course, but this is quite a strong statistic to have. And if you haven't seen this already, Fantom's RSS newsfeed is now integrated in crypto.com, along with the addition to the listing of Fantom on crypto.com. And that's pretty much it from this general update. And now let's move into the price charts. So moving on to the price charts, we have pretty insane developments. We can see that just today, on the day of making this video, there is this over 40% move of the Fantom token. This is really large move, especially after this quite a large bull run of almost 300%. Now we are sitting over 420%, which is very nice. Also, we can see here there are some horizontal supports and resistances, which I've highlighted over here, and we are getting close to the last resistance pretty much. However, I think this one will be very hard to break, so let's check it out in more detail. First of all, we have this uptrending channel over here with a pretty well-defined resistance. We had a couple of decks along the way. Also here it acted as quite a strong resistance, and here on the other hand as a quite strong support. And now here this is a lower support of this channel, also quite a strong support over here all the way back at the beginning of 2020. And here lately as well it was acting as quite a strong support. The price did just a short breakdown but managed to get back into this channel, and this development was also, I believe, thanks to this support which goes horizontal. It managed to keep the price from falling all the way down to those levels from August-September 2020, and here previously it also acted as a strong resistance. We can see here along with this uptrending resistance line. So we are now inside this uptrending price channel. However, there are still those horizontal resistances. We can see that we've had a nice deck of this resistance, a bit of a consolidation, and then we had a large move up, so that's a pretty bullish sign. However, we can see that this channel over here is quite a strong one. We've been in this channel previously in the beginning of 2021 in February, but we were not able to stay in this channel, so the price consolidated down again towards this support line. And then also in May 2021, just before these huge sell-offs of crypto and mainly Bitcoin, the price entered this channel but wasn't able to break above it and continue in the uptrend. So we can say that this upper resistance is very strong at the moment, and I think that especially after this huge bull run which we have from the end of July, so pretty much the whole August, there is a good momentum. However, I don't think there is enough buying power now in the crypto to make a stable move above this resistance with a backtest and a continuation above this resistance. So now I would expect some kind of sideways consolidation, and maybe once we get towards this lower support over here, the price will pick up some momentum and finally break this resistance and stay above it. So in the short term, I'm not so optimistic about the price, even more so after today's huge spike of over 40%. But what is also important to check out is the Fantom to Bitcoin ratio, and we can see a similar scenario here. There is a huge spike today of again over 40%, and if we look to the absolute history of this graph, we are pretty much at the all-time highs. So this area is very much the all-time highest territory, and the price usually doesn't stay here for a long time at all. Some levels which I think are important are those levels right over here and also these levels right above it. So in any case, if there is gonna be a short pullback, I think we are heading towards these levels, towards this resistance over here. Maybe we will even break inside this channel. However, I think these levels are very unsustainable in the short term. So in conclusion, if you are a long-term holder of Fantom or altcoins in general, this is not a great point for entry on a long position, in my opinion. Also, if you look back at the Fantom to US dollar ratio, again, we are pretty much at all-time highs at the moment, so it is not objectively a great spot to buy. Quite an interesting spot to buy was, I think, here at the beginning of July 2021 if you were looking into Fantom, but now I would wait a little bit if there is a sideways consolidation or some more abrupt short-term correction down here towards these levels. But I will try to keep you posted on any new developments. And this is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, I would really appreciate a like on this video, and you can also subscribe for more future crypto content to come on this channel. And with this, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!